Welcome to another episode of Talking Boxing. We are back. Alan is back.
We're
This
back,
is our
baby.
first episode in a little while,
Yeah, it's been a
but
quick little minute.
we're just gonna hop straight into it. No introduction, nothing. Just hop straight into it. Because Wednesday I was sitting here, I was moving, and I got a text from Alan to check Instagram. I check Instagram, and I see that Jake Paul and Anthony Joshua have announced a fight, or not announced a fight, but they have agreed to a fight. This is
Dude, it
insane.
looks like
This is wild.
dude, I
This is
don't
wild.
know. I don't know how I feel about this one.
I
This
I don't know either. I don't
like
know either.
like fight wise, like I'm hyped. I'm hyped, but like for Jake, this is
I'm
not
scared.
a
I'm scared
step.
for him.
You can't go from training for a 135-pound, 5'5" guy to a 6'6",
In,
220-pound former unified heavyweight champion of the world.
in a
Not just
month's
anybody.
notice.
Anthony Joshua. I mean,
In a month's notice.
despite from his recent performances, like it's still Anthony Joshua. You can't compare Anthony Joshua and Jake Paul. Like that's crazy to me.
I mean, Anthony Joshua is, I would say he's the hardest hitting heavyweight in the division.
Yeah. Oh,
The
most
most
definitely.
knockout power. But he's also been chin checked.
A lot.
So that's very interesting. But first off, I do want to say I'm not saying it's not happening because I know MVP is really good at making fights that you would never actually expect to see. But there has been some things going around as of like today and yesterday that is not there's no deal yet. And I think even Eddie Hearn has said that in an interview. So
Yeah,
that is something to keep an eye on.
he did say that, but I did also see that he would not refuse a money fight deal for AJ because that would be
That's
ridiculous. Like, come on now.
yeah, a
Like,
big Netflix payday.
yeah,
And
easy tune up before a big 2026 for AJ. Hopefully, if we get that Tyson Fury fight. But yeah, I mean, Jake Paul versus Anthony Joshua, that's big.
and that is one thing that I was gonna mention. Eddie says it's not happening. He shut down the rumors due to network issues. That's still the rumor is due to network issues because obviously Anthony Joshua and Eddie Hearn both have a fraction of DAZN and they have a tight relationship with DAZN, so they don't want to do a fight on Netflix. They want it to be strictly on DAZN. And obviously MVP, they have a tight relationship with Netflix, so they're going to want the fight on Netflix. But he's also said multiple times that Joshua could return in December in the United States, as well as saying his first fight will be an easy fight to knock off the rust. It all just kind of lines up. What
That's
other fight is
true.
he going to take in the U.S. in December for an easy fight?
I wonder if they do end up doing it because I know Anthony Joshua does have an exclusive contract with the Zone to only fight on the Zone. So I hope they figure out those details out. But I want to see the fight.
I would.
Honestly, I think I'm more excited for that fight than him versus Gervonta Davis, which
I am
actually
as
should
well.
have happened today. While
It
we're
would have
filming
been
this,
today.
it would have
Would have
it
been
would have been
today.
today. It would have been today. So that would have been very interesting to see how that played out. But from the looks of it, looks like it's. I mean, everything like kind of points out to it being Joshua. I guess. I mean, we're about to find out because if the fight's gonna be in December, we should be finding out honestly around this time because it's November 14th and there's rumors circulating that the fight will be December 19th, which is technically a month away. So you got to get promo, ticket sales, press conferences. Like, I don't know how they're going to do it if it's going to be that soon, but that's the targeted date, I guess.
Yeah, that is one thing that I was going to say is MVP hasn't yet confirmed it. They have not made a post about it where about I think we're just a little over a month away, like a month and 4 days away from it, or a month and 5 days.
Yeah.
And I remember when the tank fight first got reported by Mike Coppinger, immediately after, it was like 2 hours after MVP made the fight poster, made the official post, it was official. And then when the Mike Tyson fight got announced by Coppinger, again, MVP within an hour, they made a post about it confirming it. But when the Canelo fight, you remember the Canelo and Jake Paul
Yeah,
fight, when that
yeah,
one got announced by Coppinger, there was never a post by MVP. And we're kind of seeing the same thing here. So is this kind of something like that Canelo fight where it's kind of a premature confirmation and it's not really a done deal yet, so we don't really know what's going to happen? Or do we think this fight is like definitely happening?
I hope this fight gets done. I really hope this fight gets done.
I I'm so 50-50 on it because but one thing that is leaning towards thinking it will happen is MVP scrambling to find an opponent because they already have they have two December dates apparently like in the works with Netflix already, and one of them is December 19th. So they need to find an opponent within a month, and not many people are going to take a fight within less than a month because if this fight doesn't get confirmed this week, then we're less than a month out. So it's going to be a short notice fight for whoever steps in. And what if they can't find an opponent? So,
Ooh, that's I don't know. To me, I mean, I don't know any like I don't know any special details on it, but it feels and it kind of sounds like Netflix is forcing Jake to fight no matter what this year. Because I mean, it clearly looks like they didn't say the event. I mean, obviously it got canceled, but like a Jake event is getting not like. What I'm trying to say is, I feel like Jake's forced to fight this year, no matter what. I
yeah.
feel like it seems the obligation because, I mean, they're making him fight in less than a month, and I, I don't know from the feel of it, it looks like he's obligated to fight. I feel like Netflix is not gonna wait around for a next year fight. Like it looks like they have to find an opponent. That's how I feel. Like whether it's AJ, it's a big money fight. Like I feel like in a contract there's certain obligations that you gotta meet. Not saying that it's true, by the way. Again, not saying it's true, but that's what it feels like. Because I mean, MVP kind of does sound desperate to get an opponent for less than a month away. Like it's bound to happen. We're gonna see a fight, whether it's AJ, anyone else stepping in. I think we're gonna see it no matter what.
Yeah, and to back that up with Netflix rushing it, I could see that as well because, like you just said, Jake went through an entire camp sparring to fight a lightweight. If you're really scrambling for opponents and can't find an opponent, I know there has been talks in the past about Jake and Anthony Joshua, but would you really go from a lightweight to a heavyweight within a month's notice? Or is this really the only opponent that they could even get in negotiations with right now? Because he, like I said, he went through a camp sparring lightweights like Ray Ford. He was sparring Shakur Stevenson. He was sparring, I think Zaquan Moses was there. Montana Love was there.
Yeah, Keyshawn
He was
Davis
getting
was there
ready to
too,
fight. Yeah, he was getting ready to fight Gervonta Davis. And then within a month's notice, you turn around and fight Anthony Joshua.
and
Like
I
I was
feel like
thinking it would be a Rolly Romero or like a Ryan
yeah,
Garcia.
I don't think Netflix would want to put a money up for a Tommy Fury rematch or yeah, it's a big fight for people that watch like Jake Paul specifically. You know, obviously get his lick back against that one loss that he has. But I think Netflix is looking to cash out with a big money fight, and who else to do it besides Tank or Joshua? Because I know Fury wouldn't sell out as much within a 1 month notice. You need a big star. You need a dancing partner, and I think that's what Netflix is pushing for a big name.
Yeah, and another thing that kind of concerns me about this one being on such short notice is this is more of a fight where I feel like if you're gonna do this fight, you want more of a full build up to it. You want a few months build up to market it.
Yeah,
And especially with Joshua being overseas, he's in the UK and a lot of pretty much all of his fan base is in the UK as well. And they like to travel to see him. If he fights in the US, there's going to be a lot of people coming from the UK to the US. Especially with the holidays around, it's hard to travel into the US and even around the US. And
especially now. I don't know if you've
yeah,
seen, but a
especially
lot of
right
flights
now.
are getting canceled right now.
Yeah, yeah, there was a government shutdown. I think it's over now, but everything's still delayed. So it's
Yeah,
still hard, and it's probably going to be backed up even through the holidays because people travel a lot during the holidays. And my point is it going to be harder for Joshua's fans to get over here to the US to watch this fight? Because obviously they want to watch their guy fight, the guy that represents their country in the sport. So I don't know. I just it's hard for me to see Joshua really wanting to do this or even Eddie wanting to do this. But then again, if it is Netflix paying out this much money and they did work out something with the zone to allow him to fight on Netflix, I think it's I think it would definitely happen because the money's
yeah.
just
I
so
think I
good.
think it would be dumb to say no if you were like in Anthony Joshua's position and I saw a certain amount of money put up in front of you just for an easy tune up against Jake Paul. Like I don't see Eddie passing that if they can get through the obligations that they need to meet with like the zone and stuff. Like if it all makes sense for them contractually, I don't see why they wouldn't take the fight.
Yeah, and originally I was thinking it may be part Netflix, part DAZN. Like we'll see it broadcasted on
Yeah,
both.
yeah, yeah.
But I don't know if Netflix will want to do that because
I
that, I
don't
mean,
think
that
so.
eliminates viewership from both of them. Even though I do think the majority of the viewership would still be on Netflix because you have it's cheaper than a DAZN subscription.
And I don't think the zone would put Anthony Joshua on the zone without being pay per view.
That is also a good point. I did not think of that.
Yeah,
So yeah, because he is
I
a
don't know.
pay-per-view worthy fighter, and that is really a pay-per-view worthy event if it were to be on DAZN. That's not a free DAZN fight because Jake's a pay-per-view seller. Anthony Joshua is a pay-per-view seller. You have the United States on Jake, or not necessarily on Jake's side, but you have Jake bringing in the U.S.
Yeah,
audience,
mainly, yeah.
and then you have Joshua bringing in the UK audience. So it's gonna get a lot of viewership. So
And
they would
AJ's
definitely want
a
it. They would probably
big
do it a
star.
pay-per-view. He's
AJ,
massive in the
regardless,
UK.
AJ is a big, big star. Whether his
I mean,
wins, his losses, like even then, AJ's still selling out arenas.
we
No,
saw
not
a
arenas,
packed out Wembley.
stadiums.
Yeah. Yeah, we
Yeah,
saw a packed
stadiums.
out Wembley Stadium against Daniel Dubois. And that was another thing. I know when they've previously had these talks with Jake and Joshua, they said that they wanted to do it in the UK, probably at Wembley, because they do think it's a stadium fight. And I think it could be a stadium fight as well in the UK. So to do it in a basketball arena in Miami is just, I don't know. Certain things are adding up, certain things aren't adding up. I don't know
Yeah,
what's
I
going
did.
on behind the scenes,
Yeah, I did see that they
but
were planning on looking at doing it in Miami again this time around in December,
yeah,
which is I don't know if many people are willing to travel to Miami in December. I mean,
I thought it
those
would be in New
fans.
York. I thought it would
Yeah,
be in New York,
yeah, I can
but
see it more in of a New York type of fight. I really can't see this fight taking place in Miami, but I guess the UK commission is getting involved. So I mean, if that's the only place they can approve it, so be it. Because it looks like they want to make it a real fight too.
yeah, I did hear that if it is going to happen, it is pro fight. It's a official pro fight, pro rules, everything. So, like championship regulations. So
That's gonna be
that's
interesting.
that is absolutely insane. Like I know we've seen Joshua get chin checked before. Imagine if Jake Paul lands something flush on Joshua's chin and Joshua goes down at some point in this fight. Talk about putting boxing on the map, boxing on every news station, every media outlet. That's going to be massive for the
Let me
sport.
ask you this: do you think Jake would have beaten Ngannou if they box?
See, I thought of this through the whole thing because I thought that was going to be the opponent. I thought that if it wasn't a lightweight, it would be Ngannou. I don't know.
I might
I don't
sound
know.
crazy, but
I
I
think it's
think Jake.
50-50.
I don't know. I think Jake. Cause look, I was
I
looking
think I
at
would lean Jake. I think I would lean Jake, but then
because Jake has been
Ngannou could punch.
like boxing.
Yeah. And we
Ngannou,
saw,
yeah,
yeah.
like
I mean,
Ngannou's that.
when go
Go ahead.
ahead.
No, no,
No, you
no.
go.
Okay, I was gonna say like Ngannou. Yeah, he went 12 rounds with Tyson Fury, but then again, I feel like styles make fights. They're around the same height, same weight. I mean, Joshua's pretty. I mean, Ngannou's pretty stiff. Like he's not too quick, and I feel like Jake's the more lighter fighter compared to them, faster, quicker. Obviously has been boxing more, so naturally he's gonna be like he got the boxing skills. I don't know if he'd probably beat Ngannou, but I think it'd be a good match. So if that,
I think that's the fight. I think that should have been the fight to make. I think it's more of an evenly matchup than taking Joshua because I
yeah,
think there's just levels and I think Jake could I think there's serious injury risk here.
oh yeah,
I
no,
think there's major injury risk
career major.
because think about it. Jake, he's not a natural heavyweight. Anthony
Not,
Joshua is a massive guy.
I know. I what Jake just last fought at what 190,
He
195
fought.
against
He
Chavez.
calls himself a cruiserweight. He kind of jumps all around. I think it was 95.
I
I think
think
it
they
was
met at like
95.
1995. Yeah, I think
And
that's
we
what they
saw him
met.
against Tyson. When he fought Tyson, he looked slower.
I think he
I
was
just don't
around
know.
220 at that time. I think
Yeah, I think it was
I know
around
he I know
220,
I think they weighed around
235
the
is what I
same.
heard.
Yeah,
Yeah. So I just don't
which
know.
actually happened a year ago today, by the way. No,
Oh yeah,
no,
it did.
wait,
It
was
did.
it?
It did. It did. Yeah, it
Right?
did.
Did
It
it
did.
not? Yeah.
Yeah, it did.
So that's crazy.
I remember
We
seeing
could
that
have.
post now. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So that's interesting.
So
I mean, Miami. I think seeing the Tank fight would have been pretty fun. I'll be honest. I mean,
I think it would have been interesting.
I still would have liked to see how it played out. You know, I guess
That's
I
really, yeah.
we're never gonna see that fight.
No,
I
it's
like
done.
no, no,
We
it's
might
done.
not ever see Tank again. I think Tank might be done.
I think Tank might be done too. I
Because
hope
what,
not.
like, what does Tank do next? He's not gonna fight Lamont, I don't think.
He's
He's
not.
not
He's
gonna
not.
fight Shakur.
I don't even think Lamont. Well, we'll see how it goes with his Pitbull fight coming up in December in a few weeks. But even then, I think Lamont got Shakur, Tio. If he wins at 140, I think he'll definitely stay at 140. Drop down
Yeah.
to one. I think Lamont, whether he wins or loses his next fight, I think he'll have a bunch of options. Same with Pitbull, but I don't see him returning for that Tank rematch. I
No,
don't think so.
I don't see it either. I think Tank was in this to get a massive paycheck and then just leave the sport. And now he just kind of screwed himself out of a massive payday. And
Yeah.
now
Well, I mean, I
everything's
feel
just
like
kind
he's
of a
gonna have to
mess.
come back and fight. I hope, but I
I
don't know.
hope he does. I hope he does because he's good for the sport in terms of fighting. Maybe the outside of the ring stuff is not the greatest, but in the ring he's good for the sport.
Yeah,
And
most definitely. I still
I
wanted
mean,
to
he
see
was
that
one of the only
Shakur fight.
pay-per-view stars we had left. And
Yeah, and the one of the most exciting fighters I think we've
he was
recently had,
for sure. Because you could tune into a Tank fight and expect a knockout every single time.
or
So,
just expect to be entertained, like just in general. Like
exactly.
the Tank fight, yeah, a Tank fight day is pretty good for boxing. But I mean, we'll see how that plays out.
Yeah. But one more thing about the arena in Miami. Like I was saying, if you're not gonna do it in a stadium, why do it in an arena in Miami? The Joshua and Jake fight, by the way.
Yeah,
It's not the biggest market for fights. You could do it. You could have sold out Cowboy Stadium, I'm sure. Maybe not on a month's notice, but if you did a full build up to it, yeah. Like this fight has such big, like the gate to this fight has such big potential. Why would you do it on a month's notice? And if you are gonna do it in an arena, do it at Madison Square Garden or, I mean,
yeah. To
really
me, it's
just
so
Madison
odd that
Square
it's gonna
Garden.
be in Miami. Like
Yeah, really just Madison Square Garden.
I can kind of get, Jake and Tank in Miami. Like, okay, like yeah, that passes as it. Like, okay, like
That
we can
makes
see that
sense.
fight.
That makes more
Yeah,
sense
yeah.
to me.
But Joshua and Jake in Miami in a basketball
Yeah.
arena, that doesn't make. I don't know. I
No.
feel like as a real promoter, I don't know if that would make sense for the right spot, the right arena. Like, I don't know. But
Yeah.
then again, if it's a month's notice and they really think they might not be able to sell it and they want to go for something secure, like a small arena, I guess. But that's a New York fight. I don't
It's a
know.
New
It would
York or
just depend
Vegas
on
fight.
ticket prices. It would. I don't. I think it all just depends, especially if it's going to be a month's notice. It's going to be during the holiday season. The most popular holiday arguably is Christmas.
Yeah.
That's the one that people spend the most on. So
So
it's gonna
yeah,
be
I
it's gonna be
was
tough. It's gonna be tough to see if how they end up pulling it off.
I think it definitely does deserve to be in New York or Vegas, one of those two. That's it. I don't see it anywhere outside of there. Just the fact of seeing Anthony Joshua walk into a Miami arena, it just doesn't feel right. So
Yeah,
it's there's just something off about it. But we'll see what goes on with that because there's a lot up in the air. And I mean, we should know in the next few days.
yeah.
But
Hopefully, like we should be knowing like right now.
we should be knowing with it. Yeah, we should be knowing in the morning because you that's just too big of a fight to do to it officially announced within a month. You
Yeah,
need more of a build up to it.
and they got to
But
put the
anyway,
tickets on sale too,
what
ASAP.
is it? Oh yeah, yeah, tickets. That was another thing was the Tank. They said the Tank and Jake fight was they were struggling selling tickets. I don't know how
I
true that
saw
was.
that.
I
I saw
saw
that.
it. I saw it. I don't know how much of it was just taken up by resellers because I know that that will happen. But the ticket sales didn't look good, and I think a lot of
Mm.
people will tell you
I mean, they
that.
were cutting off the prices, so I mean, that should
Yeah,
tell you something. But to be fair, Anthony Joshua and Jake Paul sounds more interesting than Jake by
it
far,
does. It does
by
because
by a
people would
long run.
finally. Yeah, people would probably finally get what they've been wanting to see for all these years. They want to tune in, they want to see Jake Paul get knocked out, and I think if you want to see that, there's no better fight to watch
Then this one.
than this one
Yeah.
because it's the odds are pretty they're stacked against Jake here. So, but anyway, we had some other fights get announced that we'll just kind of do a little ranking system through to them. We'll do like
Yeah.
a 1 through 10. Just some random fights. There's a few good ones and then there's a few or I think there's a few good ones and a few not so typical boxing fan ones. Influencer scene. So,
Yeah. So
we'll get
yeah,
into
and they
that.
got announced this morning too, which is pretty fun.
Which
Woke up to some new fight news.
oh,
Oh,
which
oh
one?
wait,
What am I missing? What am I missing?
which
Which
ones are
ones
you
are you
saying?
talking about?
The ones
The
that Eddie
matchroom ones?
Hearn?
Oh yeah, yeah. I
Yeah,
got
yeah,
those. I
right.
got those. Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Okay, okay, okay,
yeah,
okay.
yeah. And then we have a few influencer fights too that are super hyped up.
Ooh,
That we'll rank them.
okay. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
We're
Well,
not we're
yeah,
not going in depth on these, but we're just ranking them.
yeah, yeah,
So
yeah, for sure, for
so
sure.
we'll throw the influencer stuff in. All right. So
Yeah,
the first one, we're just gonna like run through them and
yeah,
rank
yeah,
them.
yeah.
Give our thoughts. Dean the Great versus Amato Vargas. What are we
Okay,
thinking here? Amato Vargas is on Misfits.
listen, hear me out. It's a goofy fight, but they're the same height. I feel like they're the same height. I feel like they're around the same body type. Pause. Like they're built the same.
Yeah.
Just like height wise, like it's always gonna. I feel like it's gonna be. I feel like Dean has nothing to lose, so I think it's gonna be an interesting fight. I was actually watching last night a few Dean highlights, and
He's
he's
not
actually
bad.
like
He's not bad.
he's not bad. I mean, I don't know too much of Dean and his background in boxing. I know he started like boxing in the park and stuff like that, but he
Mm.
doesn't look that bad. I mean, he's been training with Tio alongside Tio in Miami, so I I hope it's a good fight. Like
I
it
think it's going
actually
to be a
like
good fight.
stylish.
It's going to be a good fight.
I really think it's gonna be a good fight. Like whether
It's
you
going
think
to be
he's
a
an
good fight.
influencer or not, I think. I mean, from what I saw against what was it? How do you say his name? Waleed? No, Waleed
Yeah,
Sharp.
Waleed. Yeah,
Waleed.
is
I don't
it
know,
Waleed?
but
I
it
know it's
looked good.
Waleed.
Like
That's it.
it doesn't look like he doesn't know how to box. Like it genuinely looks like he can box. Not
No, like
saying,
he's
yeah,
generally pretty solid. I
yeah.
think that there
For
was
an
a
Amato,
time. Yeah,
type of level fight, I
yeah,
think he'll do pretty good. I
yeah.
mean, I see Amato winning that. Hopefully,
I think
he
so too.
should. He
I
should.
think so pretty easily, pretty
Yeah,
easily. But I do think that Dean the Great is not really. You shouldn't really fully sleep on him. Like I don't think that people
yeah.
on the outside should see the Vargas name and just completely count Dean out because
I
Dean
think
does have some
I
skills.
think the power's there.
Yeah,
His speed is not that bad either, from what I've seen. To be
yeah,
honest, so I think it
but
should be a pretty good fight.
yeah, his speed's actually really good.
Yeah. Oh, his
That's
feet.
one
Yeah,
of his main.
he's
Yeah.
quick. He's quick.
So this is a big fight for both of them, really. But I was thinking if Amato wins this, does he really sign with Misfits? Because I think he's unsigned right now. If they're gonna pay you a bag, and this
I'm
is the
not
only
sure.
promotion trying to get you,
So here's
don't
the
you
thing.
have to?
I know his brother Fernando is signed with Marv Nation,
Hmm.
and Marv Nation was promoting Canelo versus Crawford. So, and I've seen that Amado Vargas is also on Marv Nation. So I don't know if it's gonna be this thing where Marv Nation lets Amado go to Misfits, just like how Marv Nation let Fernando go to go to Netflix. So I'm not sure if it's gonna be one of those things. I'm like 70% sure he's signed to Marv Nation. So it's just gonna be one of those where it's like he just hopefully I really hope he doesn't go to Misfits. No offense to Misfits. I don't want to see what they did with Ashton
With
Silk.
Ashton Silv,
Yeah.
no.
Like, I hope this is a one time thing. Like I hope this is just for Amato to get his quick clout, get his bigger name up there. Fighting another influence because it's gonna be a big card. Believe it or not, no matter what, people are gonna tune
It's
into
a
Andrew
huge
Tate.
card. It's a
Like, come
huge
on,
card.
you're gonna tune into Andrew Tate fighting, and I'm pretty sure you're gonna see the undercard or the highlights at least the next day, and you're gonna see Amato versus Dean. So I really hope this is like a one-time deal thing for Amato, where he's just like, yo, I'm gonna just take this quick fight on Misfits, get active, ring rust, get that going. I hope so.
And he's getting paid. He's getting paid good.
and
I'm
he's getting
sure he's
paid.
getting paid good because Dean is one of the faces of Misfits, I believe. I believe he's one of their top guys.
Yeah, like
So
when I think of
they're
Misfits, I
taking a
think
risk
of
here. They're
Dean.
taking a risk with him, but we'll
Should
see.
be fun.
Yeah, if I had to rank it, it's hard to rank because I don't like Misfits. But stylistically, like saying if the fight's gonna be good or bad, I give it like a 7.
Yeah,
I give it like
I
a
mean
7.
I think it's gonna be good. You know, I hope the fight build. I know, no, I know the fight build up's gonna be good. I know it's gonna be good. You
Oh,
know,
the build up's gonna be good.
they've talked shit before. You know, I know it's gonna be good. I think I'm actually, you know what, I'm gonna put that like above. That might be like number three, number four. Depends how we rank them. You know, we still got a few more fights to go to
Yeah,
briefly, but I think
yeah,
that one's up there.
yeah. So the next one is the same card. It is the main event on that card is Andrew Tate versus Chase Demore. I believe that's how you say his name. I have no idea. He's pretty bad. He's pretty terrible. I've watched I've watched some of his highlights. He is pretty terrible.
Listen,
He might get knocked out in the first round.
I hope Tate wipes him out.
I think
Honestly, like
he
I've
will.
he's popped up on my Twitter. You know, his tweets are so annoying.
Go watch his
Honestly,
highlights. Dude,
no,
I've
I
never.
did.
It is
I did.
bad.
Yeah, no.
It is bad.
I really hope Tate just like
I think he
wipe.
will.
I hope so.
I
That's
think he
all I got
will.
to say for that one. I think I just want, yeah, no
I,
more Tate.
yeah.
Yeah, get him out of here.
I do have my speculations with this because I know Tate and Jake Paul have previously discussed a fight back like a year or two ago. And Lucas Body is with MVP. Ashton Silve is with Misfits, still trying to get that rematch. Dean has called out one of Walton multiple times. Are we going to see a Misfits and MVP clash
Ooh,
eventually?
I honestly don't think they would do it, but that
I
would
don't
be
think so. I think
so
there's too
sick.
much egotistical stuff going on around
Oh
there
yeah,
that there's
no,
no
yeah,
way it's going to
no.
happen.
There's no way. Yeah, I don't think Mams. I don't know. I feel like they wouldn't be able to reach a deal,
No,
but
absolutely not.
that would be nuts.
Yeah, imagine taking all those egos and trying to pick an A side and a B side. It's just not
And
going to
I'm
work.
sorry, I'm just gonna say I feel like Dean would beat Warner. I feel like I haven't seen enough from him, and I don't know. That might
Uh,
sound crazy to say, but at the same
no,
time, like it's
I
not.
think
Because I feel like Amato would beat Warner,
Amato
and
would
so
be
if
one.
you're matching up Dean with Amato, then like I don't know. Obviously,
Yeah,
like styles make fights, but no, I don't.
yeah.
That's too much of a risk for Warner right now.
Yeah, I think if they did, especially if you're trying to develop him into a real boxer, don't put him in there with an influencer. Even if it is an influencer that is more technically sound than the others and more
Yeah,
of a bright
no.
future than the others. I still just don't think you do it because if you look on BoxRec and see Wanna lost to Dean the Great, that is not going to look good. So you want a real
Especially
name on
that
there.
early in his career. Like
Yeah.
it'll be over with pretty
Yeah.
quick.
So it really just depends on how they're wanting to move Wanna. And yeah, I mean I just don't see that happening either, but I just thought it was a fun little speculation. But
Yeah.
another one is Moses Atalma and Jermaine Franklin. I think Atalma's just gonna wipe the floor with him because he's just so young and he's the next coming at heavyweight. There's really not much to
I
talk
hope
about here.
so. I
I
hope
think he
so. You
will.
know, I hope the best for Tama. You know, I know Jared Anderson was supposed to be like this next big heavyweight.
Yeah,
Um,
that was unfortunate.
yeah, so I really hope he's the one to lead the new path of the new heavyweights. Because, you know, we're still not saying they're
It's looking
old,
slim.
but yeah, because we just got, you know, Fury, Joshua, Usyk. They're all kind of like heading out. So
Everyone's on the way out. Really, all we have left is Atalma, Jared Anderson. I don't know if he's even still boxing anymore. I hadn't
I don't think
heard or
so.
seen from him in a long time. Yeah, I don't really know. I don't really know. It's really just Atalma.
Yeah,
So
him and I don't know about Richard Torres. I don't know how I feel about him.
I think he's
I'm
too
not too
small.
sure.
I
Yeah,
think
I
he's
think
too
so. I
small.
think he's too small for heavyweight.
I think he's good, but he's just too small. I think he could make a career at cruiserweight if he can make that weight, but
I'm not sure how much he weighs, but yeah, he looks
he
pretty
I
fun, pretty freaking
yeah,
small.
I think he's around the I can't remember how much he weighs. He's like a real heavyweight to weight, but he's leaner but shorter. I don't know. It's super
Yeah,
weird.
no, yeah,
I don't know.
he has a weird build.
Yeah, he has a very weird build. Okay, so another one that got announced this morning was Raymond Martaya and Andy Cruz. I'm stoked for this one. I think this is one of the better fights on the boxing schedule.
I think it should be a fun fight. You got Bozy Ennis training Andy Cruz. You got Robert Garcia training Mortaya. Should be fun. It should be a fun build up. I'm not sure who. Yeah, I'm not sure who else is on that. I don't know if they announced the. No, they haven't
Yeah,
announced the
they hadn't announced
no,
the card
right. Just
yet,
the main
but
event. Yeah.
yeah, it
Yeah.
is in
So
Las Vegas though.
yeah, the
So
Fountain Blue. Um,
yeah,
should be fun. I think that would be a fun fight. And Andy Cruz 6-0. I think Mortaya is around maybe like 17, 16, somewhere
yeah.
around there. He has a few more fights than Andy Cruz, but I mean Eddie believes in his guy, so should be a good fight.
So you could say it's a step up for either fighter because this is another instance where we have a few of these on the schedule. Is two young fighters in their primes going at each other, risking an O. So that's what we want, and we're getting it. So I'm not complaining whatsoever.
Yeah,
I
no,
do
it should
think
be
Andy
fun.
Cruz beats him though. I do think Andy Cruz beats him.
Yeah, you think so?
Yeah,
I'm not
I
too
think
sure. I haven't I
I think he
haven't watched
outboxes him. I think he
I haven't
outboxes him.
watched too much of either, but mainly Raymond. I haven't seen anything at all of him. I think I saw his last fight and that was it.
Yeah,
So I'm not
it's
sure.
just hard for me to count out a Robert Garcia fighter though. So it is tough to count out Raymond, but I do think Andy Cruz does outbox him.
I I can see that. Yeah, I can see that.
So the next one, I'll just go on and say it's going to be way up there in my rankings. Is Shakur Stevenson versus Teofimo Lopez. It's not officially announced yet, but it seems like it's
I mean,
happening.
Shakur's been
It's
reposting.
happening. They've
He's
both been
been
posting it. They've both been
Yeah.
posting
So
it.
I think
It's happening.
January 31st,
January
Madison Square
31st,
Garden.
Madison Square Garden, New York City. I'm stoked.
I'm
This
gonna
is
be
going to
there.
be, I'm going to be there.
Yeah, so we're gonna be there.
Yeah.
So that's gonna be honestly the only reason I haven't bought my flight ticket is because I'm waiting on the
Yeah.
official
That's
post.
what I'm doing. That's what I'm doing too.
But I'm 100% gonna be there,
Yeah. That's
and
another one we
Kody will
should.
be there.
Yeah.
And just wait. It's gonna be fun. It's gonna be a fun build up. It's gonna be New York. I mean, Madison Square Garden. Everyone
Nothing
talks
better.
about the Garden.
Nothing
So
better.
if we can get a fight like that, it's gonna be fun. I'm actually really,
I'm
really,
stoked
really
for it.
excited for that fight.
I'm super excited for it too. This
Yeah,
is two young fighters in their prime going at it. Tifimo already has a loss, but so you can't say they're risking O's. But Shakur's risking, because Tifimo is no slouch.
I
Tifi,
don't think
they're
Shakur
up
has
there.
fought someone as athletic, as
Not
skilled as Teofimo.
no
I don't think so.
no no not at all. Not at all.
That one's gonna be.
I think it's gonna be very interesting because we see these fights a lot when people count Tiafimo out.
That's when he shows
That's when he
out.
fights his best. Yeah.
Yeah,
So
and not to bring in any family members or anything like that, not to bring family issues, but Tio has had his son lately, and he looks happy. I mean, he hasn't had his son
I have
in his
seen
few
that.
past fights, and I know that makes a big difference. That's going to be a big motivation. Hopefully, we get the most skilled, focused, sharp Tio we've ever seen. Because I mean, for when you're fighting a guy like Shakur Stevenson, you're gonna have to be at the top
You
of
have
your
to be
level.
at the tippy top, yeah. So this is one fight that I do think we're all getting excited for it, and I'm stoked for it because I know how it's gonna play out. I think I know how it's gonna play out.
I
And I
think
think
so
a
too.
lot of people will be disappointed watching it. But I'm just happy to see two young fighters in their prime fighting each other.
Yeah,
So,
this is what we should have gotten this fight a
a long
while
time
back,
ago.
but I'm
Yeah.
glad it's happening now. So it's gonna be a good one. Hopefully, I
This
hope. I
is
hope. I
up
hope.
there near the top for mine.
Yeah,
The whole event in general is going to be good. Hopefully they give it a really good undercard too.
I hope so too. I hope. Yeah, I hope they make it a good undercard. I hope it's not
I
just
think they
the
will.
main event that's good and then just
Yeah.
put whatever in there.
Yeah. So another one that got announced is Emmanuel Navarrete and Sugar Nunez.
Ooh, I did
This
see
is
that. I think
another
it's when
one.
is it? February 28th. I think
I can't
so,
remember the date. I
but
forget the
it's in
date.
February. It's like in February. It's in the 20s. It's in
Yeah.
the 20th. So
So two of the best at 130. Yeah,
a
130.
unification, yeah, it's
Two of
gonna
the
be
best at 130.
unification for the
Unification.
WBO.
This is going to be a firefight. This is going to be a slugfest because it's two pressure fighters, two brawlers.
But I do wonder if Navarrete will make 130 again. I know
That's I have that problem with him
what
every
was it? I
time.
think it was his last fight where he didn't make weight and then he had to
He was
come
way
back.
over, I think.
I think yeah, I don't know. Something happened, but I think he had to come back and make and like he barely
Yeah,
made the
he
weight.
came back, made weight, and then something happened in the fight. I
Yeah.
can't
I
remember.
don't
It
know,
was
but
like
I
it
remember
was a cut. It was
something
like a
with the weight.
controversial cut or eye poke. I think it was a cut. But yeah, that whole fight was nothing but drama. It ended
Oh
in a no
yeah, because it
contest.
didn't. Yeah, it was a
Ended
no
in a no
con. Yeah, yeah,
contest.
yeah. You're
Yeah.
right. You're right. You're right.
So, but I do think this will be a very good fight. And I'm happy to see a unification at 130
And
because
about
I think
time we're seeing a unification at 130. Damn,
exactly
it's been
because
too
I
long.
think yeah, I think it's a decent division and we just completely overlook it. You have Ray Ford still there too.
Yeah,
Unless he's moving
yeah.
up to 135
It's gonna
soon,
be a
but
good fight.
yeah. So maybe the winner of this gets Ray Ford. I think because Ray's down to fight anybody, and I think the winner of this would be fun to see fight Ray Ford. So
Yeah, it's
we'll
gonna
see
be
what
good.
happens there.
It's gonna be good. I mean, I'm excited for 2026.
It's
Um,
looking good. It's
it's
looking
looking
good.
it's looking to start off like a good year. I mean, for me, 2025 was such a good year with fights. We got amazing fights. So I just hope 2026 really delivers that, especially with Turkey being way more involved now. I just hope we get the fights we want. I
Yeah,
really hope so. I want to stop the ducking, the negotiations, like Boots versus Virgil asking for 10 million. Like no, let's just or
yeah.
waiting to
Just fight
like
each
to
other.
make the fight for a belt. No, let's just get the fight going.
Just
Let's,
fight each
let's
other.
get it going.
Yeah, because after Canelo Crawford, we had a huge, just complete
It
layoff from the
it
sport, pretty
felt like a
much. Like there
gap.
was
Like
nothing. Yeah, there was a
it was
huge
literally
gap.
nothing.
It was a
Yeah.
big dead period between there. We got nothing. We got Boots fighting.
Who did he fight? I don't
I
even remember
can't
who he
remember the
fought.
guy's name.
But I
Nobody's
mean,
ever heard of him. It was his
yeah.
first fight at 154, so just get your feet wet there and
Yeah, no
see what
offense to
happens.
Boots, but
Yeah,
I'm not too sure. But aside from that, yeah, I don't think there's been anything in boxing
there's been
besides
nothing.
Virgil versus Lubin, which recently just happened. But
Yeah,
I mean,
and that
we're about to get Pitbull versus
yeah
I was about to say Pitbull versus Cruz,
yeah
Pitbull versus
People versus
Rhodes.
Lamont. Yeah,
Maybe
Connor
a Jake Paul
Ben.
fight.
Yeah,
Connor
maybe a Jake
Ben's
Paul fight.
fighting.
Connor
Yeah,
Ben
for me, he's
tomorrow.
fighting tomorrow morning, so that's gonna or afternoon, I guess. It's gonna be interesting.
Emiliano's back tomorrow.
Yeah, on
Tubi.
Tubi. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's pretty odd. I
So
don't know what Top
yeah
Rank's doing, and I don't know what they're waiting for. But
yeah.
ooh,
So
Xander Zayas, he's gonna be back too, so that's gonna be fun. I
that was my
think we're
next one.
seeing. Yeah. I think we're seeing a lot of the 154 division
It's starting to heat
champions
up.
wise.
Starting to heat up.
Yeah, the champions are starting to get active more. We're gonna see unification, and then Bahram. Not sure if I'm saying it right. He's also
Bakram
fighting.
Murtalayev.
I think I don't know. It's the 24th
Yeah,
of
I forget the
January. No,
date,
no,
but it's
no, no.
next year.
31st. I think. I
Yeah,
think it's the
31st, because
31st.
there's a ton of fights scheduled for the 31st.
Yeah, and maybe Pacquiao return. I know he's already in training camp in
Is
LA. He's in training camp, so he
oh,
started training
there's going to
camp.
be Pacquiao return, 100%,
Yeah, I know, I
100%.
know, I know, 100%. I'm just not sure it's gonna be that targeted date, which is January 31st,
We
because that's
haven't heard
also
much
Shakur.
more on it, but
Yeah.
Ryan Garcia and Mario Barrios.
Oh, that's gonna be. I actually hope that fight. It looks like it's
It seems like
aiming
it's
to
going to happen.
happen.
Seems
I,
like it's
I, I,
happening.
I don't see why it shouldn't. That seems like an easy fight to make.
Yeah,
The Zone, Golden Boy, BBC
yeah,
pay per view, joint pay per view, like how they always do it. I can see that happening. Yeah, for sure.
yeah.
That's
I
that's
think
gonna
it
be another
happens.
one. I hope they make that either in LA, but I can see that being a Texas fight, especially since Barrios fought
I could do. I
Tank
could
in
see it like
Texas, so it makes
Houston.
sense. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
And Ryan's fought in Houston and Dallas a few times
I can
too.
see that at the Toyota Arena. Actually, I think that's
Yeah.
what it's called there. Or no, yeah, Toyota. I think it's the
So
Toyota
I
where
think that
Jamal
is that
Charlo fought. Yeah,
Yeah.
I can see that fight happening. Honestly, I don't see that fight happening in like Vegas or actually I don't even
No,
see it happening in LA.
no.
I don't.
I think there's a potential. I think it could potentially happen in Vegas, but not T-Mobile, not MGM. It'll have to be something
Definitely not.
smaller. But I
Yeah.
think most likely Texas. I think Texas is more likely. Probably San Antonio, honestly,
Yeah. Yeah.
because
I don't
that's where
yeah, I don't see
Mario's
that being a
Mario's a San Antonio
California
guy.
fight.
So yeah. But anyway, another one. Speaking of Top Rank and Tubi, Xander Zayas from Top Rank versus Abus Barao. Barao went out and upset Yoenis Tellez. I was there at that fight on an MVP event. I think that this is going to be the first fight on the new Top Rank network, wherever they end up signing to. I think it's going to be DAZN, but I don't know. I think we'll just get everybody on DAZN. So we'll see
Yeah,
there. But this is
that's
a
gonna
good
be
fight,
fun.
though.
Yeah, I
It's
mean
a good fight.
2026 is like gonna start off great for boxing, so hopefully we can keep it that way throughout the whole year.
Yeah. So speaking of that January 31st date, so we have Xander Zayas and Abus Barao. We have Bakram Murtalayev, who went out and upset Tim Tszyu in Orlando versus Josh Kelly. We have,
Weren't you at that fight?
yeah, I was at that fight too.
Yeah, huh? Yeah,
Yeah.
you were.
Yeah, I was at that one. We
Yeah, that one was
have
pretty crazy.
Shakur and Tiafimo supposed to be on the 31st. I've heard Fundora and Thurman. That's also 2026, I think.
Yeah. I mean, and
I've heard rumors that that's on the 31st too. So that's four big cards on the 31st. So I don't know what they're doing with the scheduling, but
they're crazy, but I guess everyone wants
yeah.
to fight on the 31st. Hey, I ain't complaining. If we can get that much boxing going active and get it going,
Yeah, I'm not
I'm
complaining.
hyped.
It's just I won't be able to watch any of it because I'll be at the Tio and Shakur fight.
Yeah,
But
me too, me too. We'll be
yeah,
there,
but
we'll
at
be
least
there.
we'll have a lot going on that day though. So
Yeah, it'll be fun. We'll have fights to talk about for a good minute.
oh yeah. And another one that is in negotiations, I believe, because I've been seeing reports about it. This one's really good. You're good. You're
All
good.
right.
Is Christian Mabili and Jaime Munguia.
Ooh, that sounds
That's
fun.
a good fight too.
I really wish we got the rematch with Lester Martinez, but I'm not complaining about Munguia and Billy.
I was hoping so too. I know Mobili, or not Mobili, but Lester Martinez is now fighting on a pro box card pretty soon.
Yeah, I
So
saw that
we'll
in
have
March.
that. Yeah. So
So,
I guess the Billy rematch is not happening. Maybe we
no,
get
it's
that
not.
down the road, but Billy and Munguia will be fun though. So
That
we'll
yeah,
see
it's gonna
that.
be fun. I mean, like I said, 2026 is looking to be like a good year, starting off good. So hopefully we
Yeah.
keep it that way. And I'm hyped. I mean, that's all I can say. I mean, it sounds like we're starting off really good. So
Yeah.
yeah,
I'm stoked. I'm
this
stoked
year,
for it.
yeah, it'll be
Okay,
fun.
so for the rankings, we'll just forget that because I'll make a rankings list and do that another
Yeah,
time. But um anyway, before we do head out, Ben versus Eubank 2 goes down tomorrow. So it's the rematch, obviously. Going down in the morning, probably by the time you're seeing this, or by the time it goes up, it's probably happening this morning if you're listening to this. But I feel like this fight's like super dry. There's no buzz around it. You know, the first one
dude,
had a lot of buzz around it. I have not heard anything. I
I
kind of
heard
forgot about it.
Turkey gave away like 2,000 tickets.
Did he?
Yeah.
I didn't hear about that, but
No,
yeah,
yeah, like it was posted everywhere. He gave out like 2,000 tickets to like cab
really.
drivers. Like I'm not even joking. Like seriously, yeah.
So
Like
yeah,
I don't think this fight. I don't know. I don't care about this fight. I'm gonna be honest. Like I don't know if I
I
don't know
don't
how.
care about it. I'll watch it, but I
But
don't care about it.
like I do want to know the outcome. But like yeah, like I don't. It's not too much.
Yeah, so I mean the first one was a good fight, but there's just no buzz to it because I think it's just a meaningless fight. You know, the first one you had the storylines of the two fathers
Yeah.
fighting each other and all this and all that, and then Eubank Senior stepping out of the Uber when they get
Oh
there
yeah,
when
when
he's
he
not
made
even
his
supposed
entrance
to be
to
there.
the.
So that was a big scene. That was boxing media went crazy for that one. Um, as far as the fight goes, I mean, the first fight, Eubank started out really strong, landing career high in jabs actually per round, and then he completely gassed out towards the end. And Connor Benn, he had him rocked there for a little bit, and he
I hope
faded too. So it ended up being two gassed out fighters just slugging it out. It was fun, but I think now that they've been in the ring with each other already. They kind of know what's coming. I think that the more skilled fighter is pretty easily going to take this one, which I think is Chris Eubank. I think he's just going to outbox him, and I think it's just going to end like that. I don't think it's going to be near as good as the first one, unless
I
Conor Benn does catch him on the chin,
I
because
hope
we've
I
seen.
hope I hope we see something crazy tomorrow. I hope
I
we
hope
see
so
a
too.
Connor catches Chris. Actually, I don't know. I don't hope that for Chris because Chris is a good guy.
Yeah,
But if we see a knockout, especially for the people in Wembley, I think it's in Wembley. No, it's or the O2. I
Tot
don't know. Oh, is it?
Tottenham.
Okay, I might be wrong.
I'm not sure. I can't
But
remember.
anyways, it's a
Might be
stadium.
a
So
Wembley.
if
I'm
you're
not
in
sure.
that
Yeah, it's
stadium
a
and you see
stadium.
a knockout like that, psh, just like
Yeah,
how Anthony Joshua got knocked out by the boy, like
yeah.
that would be crazy.
That would be insane. The smaller guy goes up and knocks out the bigger guy. Because we've seen Chris vulnerable before. We've seen him get knocked out cold
Yeah,
before. So,
yeah.
I mean, he's also known to not have the greatest chin. So if Ben does land something, we saw him rocked in the last fight. So we'll see.
But
But I do
Chris
think
is
that the
with
most
Bomax,
likely,
so
yeah.
I
Yeah, he
hope I
did. I
hope
forgot about that. I forgot about that. Yeah, so that's a good point.
yeah,
I think
that
Chris
it'll be
gets,
interesting.
yeah, I think Chris just cruises to a decision victory, if I'm
I
being
think so
honest.
too. I think he'll swim his way through victory.
Yeah. So I was looking at the betting lines on it just before we head out. A Chris Eubank decision you can get at plus 210, which is really good value, in my opinion. I really like that value. At plus 210 for a Eubank decision. If you want to go the fight goes the distance, that is even money. If you want to sprinkle a little bit on Conor Benn KO, plus 325.
Oh
So
damn!
there's some good value all around this fight. But anyway, anything else that you want to?
I think that concludes it.
So that'll do it for this episode. We are not going to do an outro because I still don't know how to do an outro.
Listen,
So
we're gonna see you guys for the next one. We're gonna talk about the fight announcements. If the Jake Paul fight gets announced,
we're
we're
going
gonna
to hear
talk about
something.
yeah. You're gonna
We're
get
going to
the
hear something.
result for sure. I mean, yeah. I think we're just gonna wait until we drop the next one. Hopefully, we hear the announcement soon within a few days. You know, because I feel like it needs to happen like now. I feel like that fight gets to
It's going
happen
to
now.
happen.
Yeah,
Yeah, we have to hear something within these next few days.
yeah, and
So
then hopefully by that time also within like hopefully 2 3 days because I did see Tio post something of him being on the phone with his manager and Shakur's manager. Hopefully by then we also like soon get that fight announced between Shakur and Tio if it is going to be January 31st to get that promo going. Cause I was texting Tio and he said that he's just waiting for the fight to get announced. Cause I have been in talks with Tio, working on something. So hopefully, I mean, from the sound of talking with Tio, it looks like the fight's gonna happen. It looks like he's just waiting to start training camp. He's waiting for the announcement. So fingers crossed, and everything goes well. We get that fight.
yeah, I think we're in for a good end of the year and a good 2026.
Oh
And
yeah,
that's
for
what we
sure.
need. That's what we need. But anyway, yeah, just stay tuned for the next one because we'll have some stuff coming out because the boxing's buzzing right now. So
Yeah, yeah. I'm. We're back. Like
we're back.
I'm. Like it's it. Yeah, we're in a good state now. It feels good to be back. Like we're back, baby. Like it's just gonna be good. It's gonna be good. So stay
So
tuned, most definitely. So let's get it going.
yes, let's do it. All right. Peace out.
See you guys.